Samir Idris prepares tea outside her tent in the Bab al-Salame internally displaced persons camp. She's been living here alongside about 11,000 other Syrians for about 4 months. She says she and her family had no choice but to flee her home in Marea, north of Aleppo. My house was bombed, she says. Cluster bombs were dropped near my house. Machine guns shot up my house, opening a hole in the wall. We don't have money. We're afraid, she says. After hearing about the chemical attacks in Damascus, this mother of 5 said she worries that President Bashar al-Assad's regime will use chemical weapons on the camp. She called on the United States to act. Now we know Bashar al-Assad has used chemical weapons, she says. I expect Obama to act. He has to do something now. We ask the international community to do something about the situation, to support the opposition, to do something against the regime. Bashar al-Assad has a lot of money now, so he can go to any country and live like a prince. To make some extra money, Idris, who was a saleswoman back home, repairs other Syrians' clothing using her hand-operated sewing machine. Although she insists she'll stay in Syria, other Syrians are now leaving the country, out of fear of more chemical attacks. At the Syrian-Turkish border crossing, Mustafa Hussein and his children sit with their worldly possessions, a few boxes and bags, as they prepare to cross into Turkey to go live in a refugee camp there. They were previously living in the Bab al-Salame camp. We came to Bab al-Salame because of shelling in our home areas, but it wasn't safe there either, he says. There was shelling, the kids were afraid, some people were injured, and a woman was killed inside the camp. When they heard about the chemical attacks, Hussein had enough. He says the regime used chemicals in Damascus and elsewhere, and they can do it in the Bab al-Salame camp too. Back in the camp, Saeed Mermet walks home to his tent. He's a border guard with the Free Syrian Army. He thinks Assad is destroying the country, especially after he heard about the chemical attacks in Damascus. He called on Western countries to support the FSA. Of course, we don't expect them to fight for us, he says. We're responsible for our own country. We can defend our country. We can destroy the regime. Mermet said that AK-47s, sniper rifles, and other small weapons can't do the job. The rebels need bigger, better weapons. The Free Syrian Army will do the rest, he says. We'll finish Bashar al-Assad. For Talk Radio News Service, I'm Zach Badorf, reporting from Bab al-Salame internally displaced persons camp in Syria.